You're worried about overdosage. No, there wouldn't be. If by the time you are cooking bitter leaf with some of your meals, you would have processed it. Remember that when you are blending it, you're not cooking it at all. So that's a different preparation. It's a different complex compound that you're taking into your body. By the time you are cooking it, it has gone through eating process. So you are not exactly taking in the same chemicals. And most of the time, the body has its way of processing natural chemical compounds. You know, the ones that it's going to use. In the process of digestion, it absorbs what it needs. Then you pass out the remaining as feces. It is processed complex drugs, chemical drugs that get easily absorbed even before it gets into the stomach. So much so that almost all of the chemicals in it gets into the body. In the case of foods, it has to go through digestion first before absorption. In the case of drugs, absorption happens almost immediately, it gets into the body. That's why drugs, we need to be careful with chemical drugs, and you know, we need to follow the prescription strictly. But with plants, it's like you say, you know, if you eat rice in the morning and then you eat it again at night, are you going to overdose on rice? Yes, too much of everything is bad. You should be able to gauge, you know, your preference and what you put in your body. But when you do that with bitter leaf, it's not an overdose.
And also looking into another side of how people abuse drugs, especially the roadside hawkers. At what point do we really need to see a specialist that will help us out with our body, the treatment of this pile? At what point do we need to reach out?
At the very early onset, when the signs start setting in. Now, the purpose of the specialist majorly is for diagnosis. A specialist needs to diagnose before they would say, okay, this is pile, so that you don't end up, like I said earlier, treating cancer for piles, thinking that you're treating piles, whereas, you know, cancer is setting or some growth. It might even be a benign tumor. It may not necessarily be malignant, and then, you know, causing the pain. So that's why it's very important to see the specialist. You can't do the diagnosis yourself. It takes professionals to do the diagnosis, and it's unadvisable, totally a no-no to patronize roadside hawkers, because you won't get the professional service from them that, you know, health requires, and health is wealth. So you shouldn't gamble with your health.
Well, I would say our health is everything.
Yes,
everything
absolutely.
we've always hoped for.
Absolutely.
Now, when it comes to we noticing that we are having a itchy anus, we should reach out to a specialist.
Yes, absolutely.
When we find out that we are having a chronic back pain and some other things that we made mention, then we should see someone that will be able to diagnose.
See a doctor.
See a doctor.
GP.
That will diagnose us of what is really happening. Then we get the best treatment that we could get.
Exactly.
Thank you for being a responsible person to us on this program.
Thank you for having me.
I know our viewers at home they've also gained a lot when it comes to how they can manage and treat pile. And don't forget the simple tips that we gave to you about bitter leaf and saint leaf. For now, you can use it to manage and to prevent it. Till another edition when we'll be coming your way on African Contemporary Alternative Medicine, I want to appreciate you, Mrs. Christiana Oladejo, for coming on the program.
Thank you.
And sharing your wealth of experience with us. Thank you so much. Till the next edition when we'll be coming on the program, know that our health is everything. And whatsoever we hope to be and whatsoever we set our minds to achieve, when we have a good health, then we can also achieve everything. I am OLUWASEUN, OYEBADE, and do have a wonderful day.